Hi, everybody. I wanted to share with you this technique that I learned about from a teacher in one of my previous seminars. It's called a literary 3 by 3 by 3. And what I like about it is it's incredibly simple, almost elegantly so. And I find that most of the best teaching techniques tend to be pretty simple. A literary 3 by 3 by 3 is a way of helping your students move beyond the plot and to really understand theme. And I always found that my students struggled with theme, and I hope I'm not alone in that. I mean, I don't hope that your kids struggle with theme, but I'd like to think that I'm not the only person who's had trouble getting my kids to embrace it. So the first step, the first three of your 3 by 3 by 3, is to have your kids divide the text into three parts: a beginning, middle, and an end. So I introduced this technique with the James Hurst short story, The Scarlet Ibis. And here is some video of teachers working to decide where the beginning, the middle, and the end are.
Kind of sets up who Doodle is, what his challenges are, and then how he becomes a burden to his brother. For that sense of how sometimes we're like meanest to the people that we love the most.
He's also got that whole thing with the name too. They start out giving him that really proper, fancy name. How he goes from being William Armstrong to Doodle, and his brother says it's the best thing ever could have happened to him. His brother ends up killing him.
So I had succeeded teaching Doodle to walk. That's the end of one part of the story, and then what happens after that is the end of the conflict. Once he's walking, the conflict is that he walks too hard.
I didn't see it that way. I saw that the introduction of the story is all about, well, the very first two paragraphs are all about death, but death is ominous at the beginning. So I put the end of the story just after the death of the bird.
I just pictured in my head after that conversation, dead birds is bad luck, especially red dead birds. Here comes the end. What's gonna happen?
So you can see, now these were high school English teachers, and so your students may need a little bit more prompting in their discussions of where these divisions take place. But I think it's worthwhile to let them struggle with what the beginning, the middle, and the end is, because it will help propel them into the next step, which is to describe each section with a 3-word sentence. So you're writing 3 sentences of 3 words each. And there's some rules. No cliches, no repeated words. I apologize, I'm reading my PowerPoint to you. They have to be all abstract nouns. So your justice, freedom, friendship, rather than proper names or pronouns or concrete names, or concrete nouns, and active verbs, no to be verbs, and no contractions. And there's a reason for this, which we'll discuss in a minute. So let's take a look at some examples from one of my favorites of Mice and Men. So let's say that your students have come up with in the beginning that friends stick together. And that is absolutely true. George and Lenny, it is a novel about the power of friendship. Friends, however, is a concrete noun. In the middle, people kill animals. Yes, they do. Lenny kills animals. Candy kills his dog. But there's more than that going on in the beginning of or in the middle of the novel. And when we have concrete nouns, it tends to keep the kids very specific to this piece of text, right? As opposed to moving beyond it to some universal themes, right? George murders Lenny in this book and pretty much this book alone. However, if we move to more abstract nouns and we get, and I made these up. These are not by no means the definitive, 3 by 3 by 3 of Mice and Men. But for instance, in the middle of the novel, strength rejects weakness. Now we have more than just Lenny killing some mice and some rabbits and maybe a puppy. We also have Candy's dog. We also have the treatment of Curly's wife, right? And we also have Curly's treatment of Lenny, whom he sees as weak. There's nothing weak can thrive in Steinbeck's universe, right? And then finally, in the end, the fact that George loves Lenny so very much makes his act of murdering him very difficult for him, whereas people don't think twice about killing a dog in the middle of the book. That this idea that if you care too much, that you are rendered incapable of functioning too well in this particular universe. So I urge you to give it a shot. Let your kids try it. You can do this with short story, you can do it with a narrative poem, or you can do it with a novel. Good luck.